times what their intentions are, and they can still tell you, like, that's what's happened to me with everyone else. It's like, you know what I mean?
I just feel like you've been royally fucked in this game, and then I would just put the nail in your coffin, and like you just like really don't deserve that.
And if that's what it is, and I'm royally fucked, then fuck it. Like, if that's what it is. It sucks. I don't know why that was the case. But whatever. And if that is the case, then one of the two of you better fucking win or I'm gonna be pissed.
You'd still want me to win after this?
Over them, 100%. I don't think Tina or Tara winning. Kiefer sent home Stu. So I get the situation you're in, so I'm not gonna like hold it against you or beg or do anything. Like, it sucks. I wish I would have known better, but it is what it is.
But the only reason you didn't know better is because I didn't tell you. And like, obviously, like,
it's fine.
I just like, I don't want you to think of me any differently because of this, even though you probably do.
I mean, it's a game. I don't want to be here without you anyway.
Stop. Me sobbing.
It's just like, obviously it's not ideal that we're in this position, that I put us in this position. It's annoying. You know, now I have to decide if it's like,
Of course.
inside these four walls, do I do the right thing, which is to take you off the block, or do I do the thing that's gonna get me further in this game? And I just have to decide what it is that's more important to me outside of these walls. Obviously, I know the decision, like, you know, your friendship means more to me than anything. And inside these walls, I just have to rationale, like, you know, what I need to do.
Yeah.
And like, if it doesn't like work out for us, like, I know this is me just like trying to save face, but like, I really hope that we can like still go on to be friends after this, and like, because that's genuinely something that I wanted. And I don't want a stupid decision that I made in this game to ruin that. And like, obviously, like, that's a lot to ask, and I don't expect you to give me anything.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have to ask. And if it happens over time, it happens over time. But, you know, if I don't use it, it's legitimately going to have to be one of the hardest decisions I ever make in my life, hands down.
I get it.
Like, I feel like just putting myself on the block. And
Stop.
Seriously, I do. Now I do. Like, I won this competition so I wouldn't get put up because I fucking got paranoid that I would, and it was stupid of me, and now I wish that, like, I could just take you off and put myself off, because I would. But that's not going to happen. It can't happen.
Just shitty all around.
Yeah.
Like I understand like it's your game. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's why it's hard because I understand like it's your game.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna ask you to like throw your game for them. Do you know what I mean? And like we're not those people to be like, throw away your game for me.
Yeah, no.
That's why I'm like, I get it. It's just like shitty that like this is how it is.
And that's why if you're gonna do it, then you better win. Make it worth it.
I just don't know how I could have just been so stupid about the situation. I just got caught up in my own safety. That's all it is. Now I gotta live with it. Yeah, the good in me obviously wants to make the right decision here and keep you. Mm. Then it fucks me in this game, and it's just so stupid. I'm just like, I'm really, really, really sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm never gonna be able to apologize enough.
It's okay.
Like this is, it's absolutely killing me right now. You guys don't have to sit here and listen to my bullshit anymore. Like I get it, but I don't know. I'm just word vomiting, obviously, at this point, just like trying to get everything out. But I didn't think this game was going to be this tough. It is. I made a decision. Now I got to live with it.
It is what it is. Do what you gotta do. So just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You know? Just know that we obviously like only really trust you in this game, so
Yeah. We sure as shit don't have anyone
literally,
else.
as it
So
shows.
it's fine. It's fine.
It's like, where do my morals come into play in this house?
Yeah, it's the hard part. I think it just depends, like what's like more important to you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Well, I mean, it's not a question of what's more important to me, because that's more important to me.
No, but I mean like obviously like a friendship, but like
Yeah.
is it more important to you to like make it potentially to the end or and not piss off like a lot of people, or make it potentially to the end and piss off a lot of people? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's just like so many things going through my head right now. This is by far like the most important thing to me right now. And then like I think back to like me watching this game at home,
Of course.
like past seasons, and like the decisions people make because they want to do the right thing, but it isn't necessarily the best thing for their game. And I just like remember sitting on my couch being like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, this is a game. You have to remember this is a game. And like that's the rational part of my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I didn't have to put us in this position, but I did. And now it's like, do I go back to that guy sitting on his couch watching this game, thinking that he should make the decisions that's best for his game, and ruin one of his best relationships?
That's up
That's
to
up
you.
to you, yeah.
Yeah.
That's on you. That's up to you. I can't help
Yeah.
you with that decision.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just my, where my head's at, you know? It's at the end of the day, you're right. Like, it's a decision I have to make.
Mm-hmm.
I made the decision to go and win the veto. Now I have to make this decision, and I can only blame myself. So,
I mean, you earned the right to this decision, so
Exactly.
you do it. It makes sense for you. That's all I can say.
yeah. Yeah, it would just, like, absolutely kill me. I'm like, fuck it, Stu's watching this at home, too.
Of course.
Honestly, if I go and I get to have a sob fest with Stu, it's fine.
He's just gonna be, like, so disappointed.
I mean, I'm sure he'll get over it.
Hmm?
Sure, he'll get over it. You're here, he's not.
Yeah. Well, I just want you guys to know, like, whatever happens, like, you guys are my 3 best relationships in this house, and I hope whatever decision that I make, that comes through at the end of the day. And that's not something that I want to lose based on something I did in the game.
Yeah. That's
like-
what makes the game so hard.
Yeah. And, you know, I can't ask you for anything, but, you know, hopefully that comes through.
I'm sure it will.
Do you want to come with me to my room, and then we can go get something to eat? And then you can just think if you want, do what you want to do. No stress, no pressure.
Can I give you guys a hug?
Yeah.
What an emotional day. I think Vic wanted to talk to us, but he didn't have the energy.
Literally.
Or to be like, is he gonna use that? Is he gonna use that?
I was just like, what is the point of this combo?
Literally.
You know.
I agree. I don't think anyone's in my room.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Not Tina watching to see our reactions when we left the room.
Who?
Tina.
Honestly,
That's why she Zoom to Tara. So they started crying.
Fuck everyone else in here except for you.
Really how I feel. It's like, that's the way that I like wanted to guilt Ro, but I'm like, that's just like, I'll just do whatever the fuck you want. Like,
Literally, that was what my mindset was.
I was like, literally like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a petty person, so I probably will not want to talk to you after this. Especially since I literally asked you 20 times to your face.
20 times when I said, I am stressed out.
You're like, are you sure that you will use it? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know if it's because like he wasn't house guest choice, so he feels like he didn't really owe it in that sense, and like maybe that's what's going through his mind because he was like, oh, I
What the
told him to
fuck
pick
was he
me.
thinking? Because if it was house guest choice and we fucking chose him, then they'd be like, why the fuck did they choose you, Ro?
Yeah, literally. It's the fact that the
Honestly,
judge saying, oh, I never said that.
honestly, if he doesn't use it, which I don't know that he will,
I don't know, I might guilt trip him. I might.
but if he doesn't, I'm just going to, in a factual, not bitter, not mean way, squarely tell everyone exactly who they are.
No, and I would do the same because it's true. Like the whole time I was with Ro, I literally wanted to be like, look what's on your fucking shirt. Like, look what's on
For
your
the greater
fucking
good.
shirt.
And the
Like,
thing that I want to say in that room, when he's like, I always watch this show and like I see him make the move. I always get mad when they don't make this move.
same.
I'm like, you have your two friends up there that you could make it with if you fucking tried.
And you don't want to. Literally what I want to say as well.
Literally, I'm like, you're gonna go with people who already have something so tight and have flipped on everyone else in this fucking house.
Well, and I thought by like me literally telling him that like they're literally just gonna use me as like a pawn each week. Like I'll be the new Kiefer.
Yeah.
And that if they win, like it's probably gonna be me and you next week, Ro. So
Like, the thing is, I can come to peace with whatever happens
Of course.
and live with the outcome. I just feel betrayed
that's my thing too.
by everyone in this house except for you, obviously.
No, same. And that's why like when he's like, oh, who's this?
That's the thing that's going to get us further in this game.
It will, though.
I was just confused because everyone keeps talking to me about like Final Six and stuff like that. So like,
Who?
well, these guys are talking to me about it because I guess maybe it was a conversation that was had previously or whatever. I know you guys talked to me about it. But even if that were a thing, I understand the repercussions of the Tina Tara Vic situation. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense
For me and you.
yeah.
Do you have more so of a relationship with Tina and Tara? Than
Not
me?
really.
You don't, eh?
No, but like
I was hoping you did.
I can definitely work on it though.
Totally.
Yeah. Because Vic, at the end of the day, so if it's Vic, she puts up who? Because if one of them were to come down, she puts up Tara, pisses off Tina and Tara, pisses off Vic, obviously. So it doesn't make sense. I just wanted to get everything out like on the table. I never intended to use it. Like I'm not.
I know you didn't.
I'm actually. The thing is, I have to hear out Austin and Braden, but I'm actually not at all wavering on the situation. Like
Okay, that's
I'm
nice to hear.
110% confident I'm not using it, but I do have to hear them out. You know what I mean?
You
'Cause-
have to.
Yeah. 'Cause
As a
they're-
human being,
they're
you
good
have to.
people.
Yeah.
They're good people, but game decision, it can't be used.
Exactly. And just like I said, like,
Yeah.
they're gonna, whoever, Braden will probably stay.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna glue himself to me and you. Or himself to me and you. Over anybody else, which is really good
Oh
for
yeah.
us.
Oh for sure.
Because you'll have nobody.
Yeah.
And for you, you're obviously not an idiot. Like, you're not in a position to really piss that many people off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. I think, like, what happened, like, I went upstairs to change into this.
Yeah.
Like, maybe an hour ago.
Yeah.
And Austin was like, Bro wants to use it. He's thinking about using it. Us
Yeah,
6 could
that's-
go really far. And that was the first time
Yeah.
her and I had talked about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I only talked about it with you, Jed, and Ty.
Yeah.
Because I remember us 4 went into the room and I was like, let's not even say anything yet.
Right.
And I never did. So that was maybe she's just like thinking in her head, like, that would be really good for us.
That I
6.
would use it. That's what she's thinking.
Yeah. That us 6 could go really far together, which I also understand too.
Maybe she just thinks I'm gonna use like her and Stu were really close, and obviously Stu and I were really close.
And she did say, she's like, apparently Kyle told Ro
Yeah.
that if I were to ever go up, Kyle told Ro to use it on me. That's
Yeah.
what she said to me upstairs.
Stu,
So.
yeah, Stu did say that. Yeah, that's not a lie.
But there's so
Yeah.
much more to this game now.
Well, yeah, I can't just make decisions based on people who have left the game already.
And so you didn't also see an invisible HOH coming into this game.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
okay, that's
No.
good to know.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. Maybe,
I'm not gonna
yes.
say anything because I know Austin and Braden are still gonna come up to me and like
Yeah,
vouch to use it and stuff.
yeah.
Are you gonna tell them or?
Well, I just had a conversation here with them. I didn't outright say it, but I pretty much gave them the idea that I'm not going to use it. So,
Were you just kind of like nobody in the house wants to? Like, should I be expecting them to be like, Beth, did you tell Ro that you didn't want to work with us? Like, just so I know how to like go into the.
Well,
room.
they might. I mean, I think they might come to you and have a conversation with you. So just be prepared for it.
Like pissed off.
Not pissed off. Just like they might come and say like, oh, like if Austin were to come down off the block, like Braden might come to you and say, if Austin were to come down off the block, are you voting for me to stay? Like Braden to stay.
What's your advice on that?
I don't know.
I know.
Well, you don't like, because the thing is, I basically gave them the idea. In the conversation I just had with them, I made it very clear that the smart decision is not to use it, just so they know and they're ready for it when I don't use it.
Yes.
But I did want to like obviously get them on a personal level and just say like obviously like I would love both of you in this game kind of thing. So I said all of that, but I made it very clear that the right game decision is not to use it. I didn't say
No, not 100%.
So what I did tell them is like I haven't made my decision yet, but obviously I have. I mean, as soon as I won, I knew I wasn't going to use it.
You knew. We all knew before.
Yeah.
That none of us were gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
maybe if they do ask, I'll be like, when the decision is made.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. When they ask, I might just tell Braden like, yeah, I'd vote to keep you. What am I gonna say? No, I'm gonna vote you out. I don't know.
Fuck, that's actually tough because then he's going to come back to me and he's going to say like, oh,
Oh,
Beth.
and then he's got the numbers. We can't
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to just be like, well, it's on Ro. Like, maybe if I'll leave it up to Ro. Like I want whoever leaves, the person left over, to trust me and you.
Yes.
We're gonna piss them off a little bit. That's obviously gonna happen.
Okay, let's forget about the situation for a sec. So talk to me about something that you said to me earlier, which is like you'd love to use the boys in this game, Jed and Ty.
They're
That's
gonna be a shield for us. They're
Okay.
the next duo. They're the
Yeah.
next big ones.
okay.
Other than Tina and Tara, I can see people going after them actually next because they're easy. But eyes are gonna be on Jed and Ty now that Austin and they were like the last. They're like the second last big ones.
Yeah.
Braden and Austin. Jed and Ty are like the last big duo. Therefore, the longer that they're in the game, the less you and I are being looked at. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
However, I know right now, like they have my back 110% for now. I would be oblivious to think that they have my back into the end of this game. That's why I need you. Or like another human being.
Well, the problem is right now is anybody loses in the final two against Jed or Tishan.
Oh yeah.
I'm just wondering when. What's your timing on that? Like,
We're going-
you win HOH next week after Austin goes home. Like, are you taking the easy route and doing like a Tina and Tara? Is that situation too soon? Like, what are you thinking from a timing perspective?
Now, are we guaranteeing that jury starts next week?
I mean,
Or
it's-
are we? A lot of people are saying it's going to be a 6-person jury with Canada as the last vote.
I mean, it could be either
That
way.
could be.
Yeah.
Totally depends on jury.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want one of them in jury
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But if I were to win next week, I will be honest with you, like I wouldn't take that hit yet.
Okay.
Not with 9 people left in the game.
Okay.
I don't really have anything built yet with
I
Tina and
wouldn't.
Tara.
Just so you know, I wouldn't either. So
No.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't have anything built yet with Tina and Tara. They would get me. Austin and Braden, like whoever's left over. I'm gonna have to rebuild something there. You know, like
Yeah.
ish alone.
Yeah.
You're fresh.
Yeah.
Vic's a wild card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
For
just
sure.
not the time.
For sure.
I think we can take out a few more people. But yeah, no.
Because just so you know, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I think you're like the way they've been talking about you, you're pretty expendable to them.
I'm very aware. They're always in rooms without me.
Yeah.
They're always making deals.
Mm-hmm.
That stays between me and you, or 100%, because I need that information.
Well, I want you to have that information because obviously, like, you guys are seen as a threesome in the house, but just the conversations that have been had, I think they'd be willing to throw you under the bus at any point.
Yeah.
And it's been not just one thing, but like several things. And just so you know, because I do trust you, I expect like what I say to you doesn't go back to them and vice versa.
Because I would lose you
'Cause-
immediately.
Yes, and I think you need, if Austin goes home, well, which he will, Braden and I in this game,
Okay.
and it might not be the time next week.
Hey,
Yo,
Yo, what's poppin'?
it was good.
Come on in.
Am I allowed in?
Yeah.
so loud in.
Just made a sick stir fry, but
Yeah.
We're just making a plan on what, like if Braden comes to me.
well, what are you feeling?
Well, I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
I never intended to use it. Like, as soon as I won the veto, I was like, I'm not using the veto.
We-
I was just like, all this like chatter around Final Six was going on,
Yeah.
so I just want to like get things cleared up. So
Yeah, like we like we never said that. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Like obviously we talked to you about us
Yeah.
four.
Yep.
But then we never have pitched a 6 to them.
yeah,
So,
And I don't even think that's an issue anymore. Like,
no.
that's fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was an assumption, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It's good that we talked about it 1st before that happened. So what kind of rationales are we talking about here?
Just like in the meantime, when Braden and stuff is coming to ask, like, what do you do? Will you keep me if Ro uses the veto? Like, how to kind of save that relationship?
Because what I did is I heard her out, and then well, both of them came to talk to me, so I heard them out in the conversation, and because I do have to hear them out as the veto holder, and what I told them is, from a game perspective, basically what I told them is, from a game perspective, it's not smart for me to use the power veto right now, and I told them that's likely what I'm going to do. But then on a personal level, I was like, obviously, like, I love you as a person. Like, I would hate to see you, like, leave this game on a very personal level. So I told them at the end of the conversation that I have not made my decision, but I have. I won't be using it. So, and that's just what I told Beth. But I want you guys to be prepared for them to come to you and say, if Ro uses, like, for example, Braden might come to you and be like, if Ro uses on Austin, are you guys for sure going to keep Braden in the game? That's
Right.
going to come. So
Like, what does that conversation look like?
what does that conversation look like? Because obviously, like, I would prefer that it's not like, oh, it's totally up to
Fully
Ro.
your move.
What's that?
Like you don't want it to be fully your. Like,
I just don't want it to be fully on my shoulders.
Right, yeah.
So, like, if they come to you with that, like, what's the best thing to say?
Okay.
Do you just tell Braden outright no, you wouldn't keep him?
I would say, wait, what would I say? So this is in the case that you take Austin off the block and someone else goes up?
That's what he's going to come.
That's what they're gonna like.
Yeah.
Half 50% think.
Because
Like, there's a chance. That he
because
might
what I
use
told
it.
them in the conversation is I have not made my decision
Right,
yet.
right.
If I told them I have made my decision, then they wouldn't come to you. So it's just like tough in the situation to like say like, oh, I'm not.
I
gonna use it.
think the best thing to say would be, we don't have the numbers to save you. Or do we?
No,
Well,
you
if they
would.
come to
You
me,
would.
you
If you
would.
guys
You were
voted to say
voting.
Braden, you would have the numbers
Oh,
straight.
because it'd be us
that's why
two tie and
That's
you-
why he's going to come to you. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's just like at that point, I think it's a relationship thing with the house, because so many people in the house want one of them out, that if we save them, it kind of like exposes us in a sense. You know, like all these people want them out so bad, and that's been the consensus.
I mean, could just be straightforward and say like, yo, by keeping you, both of you here, none of us no longer have relationships with the remaining 4 people. Like, that's done. But they will also say, well, we have a final 6, we can get the rest of them out. I have no issue maybe being kind of honest and saying, like, in the long run marathon of this game, I don't know if that's the best move.
If you guys could be honest about it, it would help me out a lot
Yeah.
in the position I'm in right now.
I think that's the play, honestly. Just to be more upfront about it and
Yeah.
not try to beat around the bush.
And just say, hey, it actually honestly is looking like one of you is going this week. And it's just,
Yeah. It's just like, Like,
I have
don't
no
know,
issue saying that.
I don't know if you've like been on with them. I know you haven't really been on a game level with them yet, right? You said you haven't like been like that close on a
before
game.
this, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like for us, it's just hard for us to fully trust them, you know, because we had a relationship in the first week,
Yeah.
and then like this stuff with you happened,
Yeah.
with the flip,
Right.
and since then they have
it's never the same.
they've never trusted us. So it's like, but now they're saying like, you know, final six, like all this
Because
stuff.
of the flip, because you were supposed to be with her and she didn't know about it.
Yeah, yeah. So now she's like always talking about like, you need to prove yourself to me. You need to prove yourself to me, right? But it's like she's never done anything to prove herself to me. So it's like I don't understand why I always have to owe this loyalty, you know? So at the end of the day, it's just like I don't think I can trust them two in a final six. So like that's where my reservations are. Obviously through our chats, like I do think I can trust you in that situation. So like if it was us four, like I do trust you guys, but I just don't trust that they wouldn't like, you know, kind of flip on us. And that's where my reservations are with keeping both of them in the house. I think that with Braden only, he would be easier to pull in as another number
Yeah.
because he is close with Beth and he wouldn't have anywhere else to go really. He's like semi-close with you. So I think that'd be a good option, but I just,
So, like, what are you going to say to him when he comes and says, Jed,
I'm going to say,
what if Fro takes Austin off the block? Will you vote to keep me? Like, what are your words to him? Because I really don't want Ro.
yeah,
He's
because
already in a shit spot.
yeah, because I'm not going to say yes.
No, you'd have to say basically we just told me.
Yeah, because if I said yes, that means that I'm assuming you're going to use it and then you don't use it and it looks like it was all you.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that can't happen.
So like.
No. So
I'd prefer if that's not.
yeah,
the
I
case,
know.
Just for my sanity.
I would honestly just say, like, in the long run of this game, to piss less people off, it's just looking like one of you is going to go this week. And that's, like, the house consensus.
And I think if it's Braden,
Hey?
I'm going to have like a serious like talk with him and be like, listen, if you want to go forward in this game, you need to like
need to
realize that
separate
you're going to play your own game now, because I think people want Austin to go.
And he will go for her.
Yeah,
It's not like he's next.
yeah, but he needs to like realize that it's his game now, because right now he's playing under her. So it's like, if she goes, like, is he just going to spiral or is he going to keep playing? You know? So I feel like that's a real conversation I need to have with him, and it's probably going to get back to Austin, but I'm not going to just say yes, I'll save you, and then you're under the bus.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
mean,
gonna
we'll get back to Austin, and he's just full transparency. He's going to come back to me with the conversation because obviously they still want me to use it on Austin.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, I think it's just best to be like upfront about the situation. Because
So-
at the end of the day, that's what's going to allow us to pull him in a little bit more for like more upfront about
What do you
it.
think will come back to you if I do say that and be like, listen, man, like,
Yeah.
one of you is probably gonna go home this week.
Yeah.
So if Austin comes off the block, like, you're probably gonna go home.
Yeah.
So do you think that would cause him to come to you and say like, don't use it? Like, should I express to him that if both of them are on the block, he's gonna be safe? Should that be something that we say to him?
I think he knows that. He knows if both of them are on the block, then Austin goes home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
I think so
but
too.
in the other scenario, if you make it clear to him that if Austin comes down and
Then he's probably not
Kara
gonna.
goes up or whatever happens, then he would still go home.
Right.
That's what you need to say to him,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Otherwise-
are you gonna say though?
When they come back to you and say like, why aren't you gonna, like, are you not gonna use it? Like, I thought.
Yeah, like you can't just be like, oh yeah, Beth and Jed and Ty aren't gonna use it, or Beth and Jed and Ty aren't gonna vote for you, and then you're completely fine. You know what I mean? So it's both ways.
So what can I say to then even it out?
You can easily just say like, I don't feel comfortable using the veto.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in a shit position. I'm by myself.
Yeah.
If I use the veto, I'm gonna have all these people on me. Like, I feel like that's the best way for you to go.
Well, actually, I already did tell them that.
Yeah.
Because I did
Oh,
have a
that's perfect
conversation. Yeah. So in the conversation I just had with them, I outlined for them the game perspective of this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just basically, I told them it's going to piss a lot of people off in here. So I basically made it clear to them in the conversation that I was not going to use a power veto, but I did finish the conversation saying I haven't made my final
Yeah.
decision, but I have.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I mean-
I've said all that stuff to them. I will say to them again.
Yeah. I think that makes the most sense instead
But
of
if,
just
it's,
being like,
but if it's like they come to you and they'll be like, oh, like I would vote to keep you Braden if he took Austin off, then I'm
No.
like, my hands are tied.
no, that wouldn't look. That
Okay.
would. That would not.
Yeah.
correlate.
So I just need a little bit of a nudge from you guys,
Yeah.
and I'll
Absolutely.
buffer it out and save your guys' ass too, like in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not like, no, Jed, Beth, and Ty said that they don't want, like, you know, they don't want me to use it.
Oh, for sure.
Then obviously that's shit.
Yeah,
but like
because then there's like 3
yeah.
days of blow-ups and that's
yeah,
bullshit.
Yeah,
But like if it's more of like the whole, I don't feel comfortable using it, and then
Yeah.
we say, listen, this is what's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
Relationships in this house are gonna be broken if this happens. So
I'm fully aware of the consequences of making that decision.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and we knew that from the very beginning. Like
yeah.
obviously a very rational player. So, but it's, I mean, obviously you have to hear them out. So
Yeah. Well, I do. Yeah, I do have to hear them out.
Yeah.
Just have the conversation with them. So I'm just letting you know, like, just be prepared for him to come to you.
yeah, no, I'm prepared. I'll
And
I know what to say. I'll be good.
And
with
obviously, don't tell them that we had this conversation
that. No, no.
and prepped. But yeah,
Okay.
that's probably what's gonna happen now.
Okay,
So.
no, that's sweet.
Okay.
Go through
But-
that. I'm gonna
Do
tell
you, yeah, you're like you agree with this stuff, right? Though, like you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
I just have to I have to have the conversation with them though.
Yeah.
And because on a personal level, obviously, like, they're great people. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, trust me.
you
I
watch this
know.
game from your couch at home, and it's like, you watch people make like personal decisions, and it's like, dude, like,
It's
don't
not.
fuck yourself in the game like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would never do that, because I'm here to play the game at the end of the day, and so it's like an emotional thing, but I'm here to play the game, and I know the obvious game decision, that's the best decision. So I never wavered on it. I was
Yeah.
just like confused about the F6 stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why I had to ask.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
as soon as I won the POV, I was like, I'm not using it.
yeah, like I'm glad you asked because like
Yeah.
that was never said or set in stone
Yeah,
at all.
yeah,
So like that's clearly just like it's a pitch.
Yeah.
So it's just something that I don't think we are comfortable doing with them. So
Okay.
at the end of the day, it's just what's gonna have to happen.
Okay.
But I'm glad we're on the
that's-
same page.
Okay, that's cool with me. What else? I think that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, I
For
mean,
now?
but the conversation we had in the bedroom yesterday was like legit to
It
me.
was sick,
So
Yeah.
let's just roll with this. I don't think it makes sense for all of us to like do what we were doing at the beginning of the game and like
Yeah.
gunning for each other's heads. Like, let's not bullshit about
I
it. That's
completely-
what was happening.
Completely agree.
I respect the game all you guys play. I hope you respect the game I play. Let's just make a decision that's best for all of us and play this game together.
No.
It's the obvious.
that's
It's
why
the
we're
obvious thing
doing
to
this.
do.
For real, man. Me and Beth were cheering for you hard today. I was like, let's go. Like, this is sick. Because we knew that you're the most rational guy out there. So, like, we knew you'd make a game that's a decision that's better for the
I'll
game.
always make a game decision over
Yeah.
a personal one. It's always going to be hard, but she's a great person.
Yeah.
But the obvious game decision is to
Yeah.
not use it. So that's the decision I'll always make over a personal one.
Bless. Sounds good, my guy.
All right.
All right, well, if
We're
that-
going to eat.
when that conversation comes my way, I'll just make sure I say what we talked about.
All right. All right.
Keep it locked.
All right. Talk
Thanks,
about
Rob.
I'll talk to you
Yeah.
soon. There's food ready for you, though, if you want.
What are you gonna make?
I made a blessed stir fry.
Sounds good.
Go to work all day, you come home from the construction site, and you ain't doing shit. Can't even build a fucking 3D block.
I'm sorry, I tried. I tried, okay?
Can it get your ass on the block?
I tried, okay?
Can't build a block, you about to be on the block.
I tried. I tried.
Botto was right.
I hurt my ankle.
No comps for you.
Zero, bro. Zero. Zero comp wins. 0 for 2. No.
That guy's fucking 5.
You know what I'm saying? Makes no sense.
That's insanity.
You guys eating supper? Right there.
Really, all those muscles for what? Were you in there just now?
Yeah. Yeah, he's not using it.
Oh, okay.
But we have to talk about how to navigate because Bray's gonna come up to us and ask if he takes Austin down, you guys are gonna save me, right? And that conversation has to be no. No. You guys will save me, right? And that has to be a no. We have to say no. Yeah.
Because what?
Because first of all, we don't want to make it look like we don't know Rose not using it because that throws everything on him. So we need to basically say no. It will burn all of our bridges in this house. So
Just don't say yes.
just don't tell him that you'll save him if that's the other, because he knows he's staying up there against Austin. But if Austin comes down, he would obviously think that.
Is Austin gonna come down?
Well, if Bro were to use a POV, it would be for Austin.
Oh, he knows that there's no chance he comes down.
Yes.
Okay. He's aware of this.
Yeah. So he would ask, if Austin goes down and Tara goes up, you guys would save me, right? And that's when we have to actually say no.
Yeah.
And it's based on game shit. Like, it would ruin our relationships. And the final six thing is just not gonna work. Our past is too sketchy. You guys don't trust us. Like, I don't think they trust us.
Especially me, they thought I was the HOA.
Exactly. I thought you were the HOH the whole time. Like, nah. It's too sketchy.
Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry. Oh, I don't reek actually. Nice.
No, actually, you're fine. Smells better than your hair that one night, honestly.
It's gonna stink tonight.
Okay.
You asshole.
So you have to think about like how you're gonna say that, Joe. You have to think about how you're gonna say that because
That's what I'm
he is
thinking
gonna
about.
approach. He's gonna approach us.
I know. So
Oh, can you bring us soy sauce out for them?
Yeah.
it's really big on how we're gonna finesse why we can't make it game-wise.
Yeah.
But it has to be specific, more than just it'll ruin our game or relationships.
Yeah. It would be like people in this house want one of you guys out, and if that doesn't happen, it's gonna fall on us. And then their pitch is gonna be like, yeah, but we have a final six. Like we can take them all out. But then that's when we have to say we don't trust you guys in a final six. After the events of the last 3 weeks, you try to backdoor tie. You think he's the HOH putting you guys up. Like there's no trust there.
Yeah,
We
that's
constantly have to prove our loyalty to you for what?
yeah, that's where it's gonna have to go.
What's that?
That's exactly what it's gonna have to be.
Yeah, exactly. And like Rose's never gonna use it. Oh. And at that point, it has to be like, listen, like think about your own game now, you know? And Brayden, like she's gonna be on, like you have to think about yourself now. And it has to be like a one-on-one chat with him because you can't play this game for her the whole time.
Might even have to go to the direction where we're like, people feel like Austin's lied to them,
Yeah.
and cheated them.
Yeah.
And it's like, Brayden, honestly, if you want to stay in this game, you have to think about yourself right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And the reality is, you have to vouch for yourself at the start.
Yeah.
And I can't save you right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's wait till after the ceremony to discuss it further.
Yeah, but he's gonna come to. Oh, like
Yeah, after that
Oh, yes,
conversation.
yes, yes.
Because I'll be like, it's useless talking scenarios right now until I know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we don't-
yeah, 100%.
There's no way I know what's happening. There's no way I'm supposed to know what's happening.
We just can't make it look like it's all Rose's decision, and he's like going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying one thing and saying.
But I also don't want to make it seem like I know anything.
I know.
That's the thing, you know what I mean? But I get that.
G.
What up, Rose Show?
The show. Oh shit! Can you bring some paper towels? Is it good?